Hey, Catfish. I don't think anything I said was captured because there was something playing on on there. I did have another window open and my headset was connected. Oh Lord have mercy. Anyway, so I'm sitting here like, okay, nobody's saying nothing, but nobody could hear me. Thanks for the heads up. No, I didn't know that was playing in the background because my headset was on and I didn't hear it. No, I wasn't playing anything for y'all. But I do have something to tell y'all. I decided to just there's this young lady named Dazzle who does tarot card readings. I don't do tarot card readings or anything like that. I don't use cards, but I do use something. And so far what I use has been very accurate. Very accurate. But anyway, before I get to that, let me tell y'all something. And Tawana, you might not watch this young lady I'm talking about, Lady Snoop. You don't believe in that? Yeah, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. For me, it's I forgot it was playing in the background. I'm like, what the? So my headset was in, so I couldn't see what was going on. Like, I couldn't hear what was going on. I didn't even realize my headset was still in. But anyway, as far as Lady Snoop, yesterday I did a live about her, and I deleted it because the quality was real bad, and I started getting a little emotional as far as how things were going on her platform. And I was like, you know what? Don't do anything in an emotional state of mind because you're not going to be able to think clearly through it. And I started rambling about a lot of stuff because I was getting pissed off. So I was like, let me just cut this anyway. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I do it myself. So I started, I just cut it because I was like, I started feeling myself getting a little emotional on what I witnessed on her platform where people were just calling in, arguing and fussing and taking sides. And I don't think people conducted themselves in a form of fashion that represented them in the best light. Because I was like, man, these people acting like low-hanging fruit. Like, how you call into this lady platform and conduct yourself like that? You just so disrespectful. And I saw her maintain her composure for most of it. But I mean, any one of us would have lost patience. We'd have been over it. And I saw her when she had lost control a little bit of her composure, and then she was able to pull it back, which is crazy because some of those women calling into that her platform could have been that girl's mother. I didn't know she was 37 though. She looks really young. I was surprised at that. Yeah, you can use him. He still asleep?
Nah, he up now.
Let me, baby. Oh, okay. This is my son getting ready to play on PlayStation. His headsets. Yeah, really like her vibe, and I don't understand how people would attack her because doesn't she come like I've never seen her wanted to be for anyone. I know she gives her opinion on things she's seen, but I don't think she comes across to the point where she's arguing with people unless they come for her. Then she goes in on them. And I am subscribed to her, but from what I've seen from her, she's mostly about positivity, uplifting each other, true people empowerment. not just women, people in general. So I don't understand how she got into any kind of conflict with anyone. I never saw that coming. I'm gonna be honest. I did not see that coming. And people was calling in, and then there are people making videos about her weight. Like, what are y'all doing? What does that say about you? You talking about her weight for real? I don't get it. People kill me talking to people about their weight. They don't have kids. This stuff that people can't control. I think it's mean and malicious. And it's a reflection of who they are. This roast and gag sector, it should be called the mean, malicious, vicious sector. Because these people be going for the chiller. It's ridiculous. What you doing, babe? Yeah. You have to be a miserable person to pick on somebody because of their weight or the fact that they can't have children or things that their illnesses. Like, what does that say about you as a person? That's what I was listening. I was watching a couple of videos and people was talking about her weight and the fact that she went to the hospital. How do you make a joke? First of all, how do you joke about somebody going to the hospital? How is that anything to joke about? How is that remotely funny? I don't get it. I don't understand. Listen, Swan, I get it. Hurt people. But at some point in time, you have to take responsibility for your own healing and stop redirecting your pain onto everybody else. That's just ridiculous. So I can't continue to give people the excuse of hurt people. Because at this point, you're comfortable in your hurt. You're comfortable in your pain. And you don't want to do nothing about it. So I'm not going to let you redirect your issues on me. People are mean and malicious. And I say pay them dust. Easier said than done. But some people need to be ignored. It's crazy. Yeah. Exactly. And then you know what? You know what's so crazy? The people that's taking jabs at people for not having kids are the very people that have kids and probably shouldn't have them. Because if you're taking jabs at somebody who can't have kids for medical reasons, or if you're taking jabs at somebody because of their illness, something they can't help, why do you have kids? What are you teaching them? See, some people shouldn't have kids, for real. For real. It should be some kind of mental evaluation before you are able to have children. Because what happens is these people have these kids, they don't raise them, they just kind of grow up, and then they unleash these people onto society. And then you get people in the roast and gag sector talking about people with illnesses that they have no control over, or taking jabs at people who have no kids, who may want kids. That's because, you know what? They were not raised. They grew up and then they were unleashed, or they went through some kind of childhood trauma where they didn't feel it necessary to heal themselves. Because at the end of the day, your healing is your responsibility. It's not nobody else's responsibility to see you through that trauma. It is yours. Point blank, period. Ask me how I know. Nobody did volunteer and say, Desiree, you need help. I had to figure this out myself. I knew I was a broken person. I didn't want to stay broken. Some people are happy and in dysfunction, which is sad. Because then these are a bunch of miserable people trying to pretend to be normal. That's what it is. Then people get into these relationships with these people who don't know they're dysfunctional as hell because they had the dysfunction. Then you get in a relationship, and I'm talking about whether it's a friendship relationship or romantic relationship. You in these relationships, and you're like, what the hell wrong with you? Yeah. No, it's not a curse not to have kids. Everybody, because of the way I was raised, I didn't want children. For real, I didn't want children because of the way I was raised. But that would have been the decision I made for myself. Now, did I protect myself at the time? No, I was all in love and whatever, whatever. So my kids are here. But I think some of these people that's having kids haven't grown up themselves. Oh, have mercy. And when I listen to some of these content creators and how they go after each other, I'm like, wow. Like, you're not offering insight. You're just being plain damn mean. Like, I can see if you get up there and offer commentary on somebody's behavior and give insight to how that's not conducive to being a good person. But when you stand up there and just take jabs after jabs after jabs, at some point, people are going to start looking at you because all you doing is your platform is based on being mean and malicious. And let me say this, I've always said this from the beginning. How you build your platform is what you're going to attract to your platform. So if you build your platform being mean and malicious and vicious to people, you're going to attract a lot of negativity towards your platform. And then at some point, karma is going to sit down at your table and say, your turn. You're going to get everything that you've been giving people. So let's see how you like it. Because you can't continue to spew out toxins into the universe and you don't get it back. And why would you do to people what you don't want done to you or won't accept, won't tolerate, won't put up with? But it's okay for you to do it to other people. Really? Let me tell you something. When they was attacking Ask April about her color, I was getting pissed. I was like, what? And then some of the people that was attacking her about her color was lighter than her. It's like, girl, wait a minute. Let me see your birth certificate. What your birth certificate say? Because you're lighter than her. No, it was yeah, she have. Cause now everybody like going at it, everybody going at it. Like, and people are taking sides. For real. I like people who stand for positivity. That's just who I am. I don't like people who like to stay in the chaos and like to stay in the drama. What I see is that too much is given, much is expected. Let me just get at disclosure before I say what I have to say. I see as Phi Babe numbers have grown or increased, she has changed. I think she feels more empowered, more confident, and there's some sense of arrogance I see with her having those numbers because she always talks about how big her chats always are. Yeah, it is a lot of mess going on. I don't understand. Yeah, that's my grandbaby back there. He watching his daddy play video games. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with James Caldwell. I did go look at him because of the issue with him and Phi Babe, and I was like, well, what happened? tripping. Like, who is this? And then I realized he was Spilly Boy. And I'm like, what is going on? So I had to listen. Listen, in order to form a unbiased opinion or a well-rounded opinion, you have to look at both sides. And I did. And yeah, he is a sweetheart. From what I've seen, James is a sweetheart. And I think Five Babe, this is just my opinion. Five Babe's so concerned about her numbers, I don't think she wanted to get in an arena with James because of his numbers. So I think she thought about it, but I think she thought maybe I have enough support that I'll survive this. Maybe if I go in on him, with his numbers being that big, that'll increase my numbers. And I think it backfired on her really bad. I really believe that's what she thought. Maybe if I go in on him, that ain't gonna do nothing but increase my numbers. He's a larger YouTuber. So he wants the smoke, I'm gonna bring it. But he just happened to have a fire. She went against the wrong one. And then people started posting stuff where she was telling people to suck stuff on her daughter and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, girl, that's too far as a mother. Come on, don't do that. Like I said yesterday, my daughter is 31. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm going to offer anything up on my daughter, not even my sons. I have 3 sons. I wish I would stand and tell somebody, a man or a woman, you can suck my sons for real as a mother. And my baby's daughter is only 6. My kid, my youngest in there, what in the world y'all doing? They tripping. Oh my goodness, they are tripping. But what I was gonna say, Five Baby's daughter is only 6. Like, come on, as a mother, you don't do that. I'm still protective over my kid. My kid's grown. All my sons stand over top of me. I think my youngest might be the shortest, and he's 6 feet. Everybody else is 6'1", 6'2". So, and my daughter is even taller than me. My daughter's 5'7". I'm 5'4", and I'm still protective over my kids. Yeah. Is it not that wrong? Let me tell you something. It's fine. She got a roof over her head. You know, her mom keeping her house. So it's not the size of the place that she's in. It's the fact that she mentioned her daughter in that manner, that form of fashion. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like, why would you do that? Not cool at all. And there were some other things that Five Baby did. I was like, while you side-eyeing everybody, I'm side-eyeing you. Like, when she sat on that channel, on her platform, and doxed Rick Reed, showing where he lived at, and I get, you can't do stuff to me and then tell me how to respond. You can't piss me off and then tell me how to be pissed off. But in the same tune, you can't say I don't like people to dox and then you get pissed off and then dox. You can't say I'm better than you, but then act just like the person you say you better than. You can't roll around in the mud and then get up, and because you standing up, you look down at that person still down there trying to get up and say you dirty. Like, come on. So when she doxed Rick Reed, I was like, girl, no. No. And then when she took it to the next level and called that man's mother. Hey, Fair Exchange, how you doing? When she called that man's mother and called that woman a bitch, I was like, okay, come on, baby, come on. Pull it back, roll it back. You supposed to present yourself classier than that. You're supposed to be more upstanding than that. At least that's what you're presenting to us. But you're going to sit on your platform and this how you're going to showcase yourself in this light? Girl, for real, this what you're going to do. This is what you're gonna do. Now you want us to think you better than the person that you've been calling a demon and a devil and a spawn of Satan. But you taking pages out of her handbook. You're not better than somebody that you're acting like. Sorry, that's the reality of it. If I say I don't like doxing, when I get mad, I'm not going to start doxing. If I'm speaking against doxing and I'm saying don't do it, why would I do it? Because when is it okay? When is it okay? When I'm doing it? Oh, so it's okay because I can do it, but I don't want you to do it to me or anybody surrounding me, but I can do it to you or him or her or anybody I choose, but I'm against doxing. But I'm going to sit on my channel and I'm going to dox somebody. Really? Is anybody thinking about this stuff, y'all? When they support these content creators, do anybody look at is anybody reading the fine print? Is anybody looking at the details? Or are you just so engaged and enamored with these people that you are just great? You're just gracious when they call out your name in your chat. I'm just saying. Yeah, very hypocritical. That's what I've seen so far. Very hypocritical. It's more like do as I say, not as I do. Don't do what I do. Do as I say. You hear me in there with all that noise, right? My husband going because the baby was asleep when he got here. Take this necklace off. I need to wash my face. But I felt bad for Lady Snoop. I was like, why would anybody come after Lady Snoop? Like, what's going on? And then when she said, "Hi, babe," I was like, I'm done. Babe, did you just put that on your laptop? Oh, I'm gonna say you're not supposed to spray them. Come here, baby. No!
Where you going?
He mean. Oh, he a mean little teeny person.
Can't have no chips.
You fussing with us.
Go in the room. No, you're not eating no chips.
You fussing with his daddy.
Okay.
These two together are so funny to me. What are you getting?
No. You want to eat? Go in the room.
You want to get him something from McDonald's? I don't got time for that.
Where you want?
That's my baby though. It's just bad. But what? Back to what we was talking about.
Let me open it.
Hey, Lady T.
You want it?
True. Interview and respect. And you exactly. Now when you get to telling me where I can and can't go, then I'm not going to you no more. Because you don't get to control me. We're not gonna do that. I can go peek where I want. I'm grown. You don't get to tell me now. Peek this, Lady T. Peek this. You don't get to tell me I can't go to somebody that you say you don't like, but now you acting like that person. You don't want me to go over there to see what they got going on their channel because you don't like that person, but you acting like that person. So why you don't want me to go over there again? Whoa. Do y'all remember this? I want y'all to think about this because I've been following Fabe for a long time. When she first came out, she said she was a prophet. I was with her back then. When she would get up early in the morning, yeah, exactly. Like I pay my damn internet bill. Listen, she would get up early in the morning, have her coffee ready, and she would talk, and I would be up like getting ready for work at the time because I was working at shop, and I was like, oh, listen to her while I'm getting ready for work. Pay attention to this. Y'all remember when she got that restraining order against VS? Remember that? She got that restraining order against VS. Now, she got the restraining order against VS. And then after she got the restraining order against VS, check it out. She tried to get VS to go on a talk show with her. But you mad because somebody went to go check out VS channel. But Five Baby was willing to take a trip with VS. Like, they would have put them in the same hotel. They would have been sitting on the same stage. They would have been talking to the same person. They would have been in each other's presence. This is after the restraining order. This is after the restraining order. So, wait, why are you mad again? I'm trying to understand. Make it make sense to me. So you can go on a whole talk show with her, but you don't want me peeking over there at her channel. Make it make sense to me. So you don't get to tell me where I can and can't do. I'm a grown woman. Like you say, Lady T, I pay my own bills. I don't ask you to put nothing on my internet bill. So you don't get to control where I go. Wait a minute. Not only do I pay my own internet bill, my light bill, and any other bill that I got going on, how the heck you gonna tell me where I can and can't go? I don't stay with you. We not roommates. And for real, what I do is not affecting you. Point blank, period. You didn't invite me to no vacation with you, and I showed up with her as a +1, then I could see being mad. Like, how you gonna bring this girl to my vacation? Then I could see being mad. Then I can be like, oh, they did her wrong. That ain't happy. Oh. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, she has to be on it too because she's the mother and the child is the minor. But I want y'all to help me understand this.
Yeah.
She was talking about she from Chicago. She was talking about how she hang out or no thugs or something. And, you know, she really about that life. Because y'all remember she pulled up on Tracy, went to Tracy's job. I guess to verify if that girl was still there. Stay with me now. Stay with me. Why would she need a restraining order on somebody in Virginia who couldn't do nothing but talk? Because honestly, I've watched BS a couple of times as far as just going over there curious to see who was talking about her. You know, who she was talking about. Y'all, I'm sorry. Yep, VS is malicious behind the keyboard, but that girl don't look like she about that life. For real. And her getting up and hitting somebody in the back of their head when they turn around proves that she's not about that life. I have a video on my channel right now. Predator or Prey. It's a clip of the person trying to serve VS, and VS didn't come out that door. She's screaming through the window, got him. So that let me know she's not about that life. Because if she really was, VS would have opened that door, came out that house, and told that girl, I don't know what you're here for, but I bet you better move before you get something you didn't come for. VS not about that life, y'all. And everybody calling her Scary Susie and all this stuff. Yeah, you could tell she's not really, I mean, I ain't gonna say she's scary, but you could tell she ain't about that life. She really don't want the conflict close enough person. She's good at being a keyboard thug. Being a keyboard thug is easy. You in your house, you surrounded by your loved ones who protect you. You behind a locked door. You can be mean. You can be as mean and malicious without the real world consequences. Being a keyboard thug. Point blank. Period. I can sit here and rant and rave and act like I'm the baddest bee walking while I'm sitting in the comfort of my own home or my son's apartment behind locked doors with my husband right there and my son right there. It's easy to be a keyboard thug right now. Call out people, tell them they ain't this, they ain't that, and this and that. I don't dislike five. Let me say this. I don't dislike anybody on this sector. I don't know these people personally to dislike anyone. I don't dislike them. What I can say is I dislike the behavior that some of them are willing to display. How about that? I don't know these people personally. So off camera, they could be really good people, but they feel like they have to put on for the camera, which is a shame. So I can't say I dislike anybody because I don't know these people personally. I know what they put on camera. So I can say whether I dislike the behavior or not. There's a difference. Because genuinely, 5A may be a good person, but she know the clicks and the views is coming because of the drama. She know the clicks and the views is coming because of her antics. She know the clicks and the views is coming because of her performance. So maybe off camera, she's not that way, but on camera, she knows what's bringing those clicks and views. So I don't know people. I don't know people personally and say, yeah, I really like them as a person. I don't know them. I can tell you what she's done on camera that I don't agree with. I don't agree with her cussing Rick Mama out. I don't agree with her doxing that boy and then saying that she don't like VS because VS docs, you can't roll around in the mud and then say you better than somebody. You just as dirty. Point blank, period. I don't dislike Rita. I dislike her antics, but I don't dislike Rita. I look at her as a mother and think, girl, get it together. Your kids need you to be all there, and you're not. You're not. There's no way Rita can be all there for her kids and stay on lives 3 hours, go off an hour, come back on, be on 4 hours, go back off, stay off an hour, come back on, be on another 5 hours. How are you going to be attentive to, like, she has a toddler in the house. She has, I think her other daughter's like 8 or 9. You can't be an attentive mother doing that. Like if my son wasn't here, my husband wasn't here, I couldn't be on here talking to y'all. My grandbaby being here, telling me what he wanted, what he needed. He'd be trying to get me to do this and that. I'll be distracted and I have to cut it short. And that's for real. So I just don't get, I just don't understand it. I look at people, what people are willing to put on YouTube and I'm like, wow, for real? Yeah, I do too, Wanda. I think she probably could be a cool person if she wouldn't be under the influence. But right now, she can't be who she truly is because she is under the influence. And Rita really doesn't have control because her addiction has the control. And that's period. I live with a crackhead, a crack addict. I shouldn't call him a crackhead. Ooh. But I live with a crack addict. So I know that they're not in control. Their addiction is. I watched him try to stop every day. Every day he was going to stop. Every day he was going to stop. So I was like, you know what? You ain't got to stop. I quit. I'm done. So I think Rita would be a cool person if she could stop the antics and stop allowing people to influence her to do some of the stuff that she's doing. Rita is a hostage to her platform, which is and her addiction. So, because she really doesn't have the capability of thinking as an individual, because she's under the influence of her platform. She got to perform for them and under the drugs. What you on YouTube? You on YouTube? These two boys in here. Yeah, I love seeing my son with his son. We was I was wrestling with my grandbaby. No, my husband was wrestling with my grandbaby, and my grandbaby called his daddy Doo. Sorry, off topic for a minute. And he was like, Doo, help, Doo, help. They call each other Dude. So he ran in the bedroom and got his daddy to come and fight his granddaddy. And I told my son, I said, baby, think you Superman. And if things go wrong, he coming to you. And that's what really children should be able to do to her. Go to her anytime she needs them, anytime they need her. They can't, because she's so distracted with YouTube and Percocet. Yeah, I think it might be cool off camera, but while she under the influence of YouTube, she gonna perform. She's going to perform. Yeah. You know what? When I saw, come on, I'm gonna tell you when I first saw Rita. I first found Rita when she was under 1,000 people. Before YouTube changed the algorithm where you needed subscribers to go live. So Rita used to go live and roast Mona. And so I subscribed. I was like, yeah, get her. And then I started watching her. Like, whoa, wait a minute. She's out there. But I think the more views she got, the more out there she got. Like taking her teeth out of her mouth and coming in the kitchen without the drawers on. I mean, just extra stuff. But anyway, when Rita used to first came on, she used to get up and go to her stove and then come back and then go back to her stove and then come back. And I was like, I think she trying to show everybody she got a big butt. Because why she keep going to the stove and she's not lighting a cigarette or anything. She just keep walking back to the back of the kitchen. Yeah, she did used to be entertaining. And now it's sad. It is like, it's like this. I want to see what's going to happen. I don't want to look. Ooh, that's not going to be good. Oh. For instance, when she purchased those pills on live, like, why would she do that? After people have been continuously calling CPS on her, why would she give somebody the capability of screenshotting that and sending it to CPS? Stuff like that. It's just like, oh, girl, what are you doing? Like, you almost have to hold your breath when you watch real life. You're gonna just, oh, why do you do that? So I peek in on her, but I can't do Rita for long periods of time. It's like smoking weed. And I don't smoke weed. It's like smoking weed. Because when I start watching Rita, I'll be like, spacey. For real. But like I said, she might be cool off camera, but on camera, she's not. Because a lot of content creators are not willing to be who they are on camera because maybe they feel like they won't be accepted. But that means if you come on the camera, you have to put on for the people, and you haven't accepted yourself off camera. Like, I know my personality is not for everybody, but I'm comfortable with who I am. And some people gonna like it and some people not. Some people gonna find me boring. Some people may find me entertaining. Some people may find me entertaining. Some people may be like, you know what, she's interesting. I'll watch for a minute. And I'm good with that. I'm okay with it. I am on YouTube because it is a hobby, truly a hobby, and it's something I enjoy. When it becomes a job, then I'm going to have to second guess doing it because when you get on here, this is the thing, and this is the problem with a lot of content creators time. When you get on here chasing a dollar or trying to chase them numbers so you can get up and get monetized, you start compromising like your channel, your integrity, your character, just for clicks and views, super chat, and cash app. You almost start selling your soul, doing stuff that you know you wouldn't do if you wasn't chasing the click, the views, the cash app, the super chat, and those numbers, trying to get monetized. If you are cool with who you are, it'll happen. Eventually, it'll happen. You're gonna connect with somebody. Let me say something. My channel, I don't have 1,000 people, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I don't. Y'all don't. How many times have y'all ever heard me come on here and say, "Subscribe"? I'm almost at 1,000. I don't, because everything happens when it's supposed to happen. I am so grateful and humbled to have the people that I have. No, it's not 1,000, but it's okay. It's not supposed to be 1,000 right now. Guess what? It's not supposed to be 1,000 because I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm where I'm supposed to be. Because some of these content creators, they grow too fast and then they lose their daggone mind. Then they start doing stuff like taking out their teeth, sitting on the thing, doxing people, just doing extra stuff because they got to keep people entertained. All the time, they losing who they truly are. They forgetting who they are. That is, if they knew who they were when they came on, for real. Yeah. Hey, Tony, you think that's what it is? I would hope, honestly, let me just say this. I would hope that that was a crowd for help by her exposing herself on YouTube. But I'm also, I wouldn't put it past her to do it for Cash App. I wouldn't put it past her to do it for clicks and views. I wouldn't put it past her to do it to get money. Um, when I first started doing it, I was like, this is not genuine. I've seen addicts. I kept saying this is not genuine. She's getting ready to use this to her advantage. She getting ready to use this to her advantage. Rita was like, I'm going off, not coming back on no more. Rita was gone for all of a week. Addicts do not get clean in a week. Remember, she was willing to purchase Percocets on live. That's all she getting ready to come back with, repositioning her thing about this whole journey. What happened to the journey? She took people in to narcotic, not the clinic. She took people in the clinic, signed in. She said somebody called and basically said that she was filming in there where she was. And I don't think she went back. She said they tried to throw her out, but I'm just not, it just was too convenient for her to have an excuse not to go back. And let me just say this, I don't believe they would throw her out that easy without any evidence. And even if they did have the evidence, I think they would have said, you know what, this is her in an altered state of mind. She can't think clearly. She's on Percocet. She probably still getting them. So let's, sit down and give her a counselor. Because a lot of those places, they give you counseling. They would have found out why she addicted to the YouTube. They're all forms of addictions. Like, people have shopping addictions, food addictions. You can have attention-seeking addiction. Like, Rita stay on YouTube so much, I do think she might be addicted to the attention, to the Cash App. Period. That's her way of chasing a dollar. Mosquito, I ain't seen a mosquito in forever. I might let it live. I ain't seen a mosquito since I left North Carolina. I don't even know where he came from. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trying to pretend. It basically, let me tell you what it was. Emotional extortion. I'm expose myself so they can give me some money. I ain't gonna get no help. I'm just gonna let them know I'm on drugs and I need help, and they gonna feel sorry for me. They gonna help me. And I say it all the time. Y'all want to help, but don't send them no money. You can't send an addict no money. Talking about you sending it for the kids? No, you can't do that. Kids won't see 50% of that. So yeah. Who? I could tell. I could tell. I could tell. And let me just say something. Rita said she had to tell her husband that she was on Percocet. No, she didn't. If you live with an addict, you know you live with an addict. She didn't have to tell that boy she was on nothing. And when that boy came on for his birthday and put his Cash App on her platform, I was like, oh, he on something too. Because think about this, y'all. She always bragged about her husband worked 12 hours a day driving truck. First and foremost, I'm going to call BS on that. That man in there was a logistics manager, project manager, worked in logistics. According to the DOT, you can't be in there that long. So when she kept saying, like, no, he ain't. No, he not. This man here know the DOT's laws, regulations, procedures, and policies because he have to hire drivers. So when she kept saying, I was like, mm-mm. So then when he set up there with his Cash App, I was like, oh, here we go. She went up long enough for him to put his Cash App in there. Point blank, because he looked like he was on something. That man looked like he on something too. Trust me, they equally yoked. Because if he wasn't on something, I want y'all to think about this. A man that's clear-headed is not going to want his wife to do some of the things that Rita has done on this platform. If I was to come in this kitchen with my rear cut out and start dancing around, that man in there would be like, what the hell? You done lost your ever-living, loving mind. I want y'all to tell me what man y'all know gonna want their woman on YouTube like that. Rita came on with her breast out, trying to do a parody of Nature Man. I was like, Nature Boy, make Nature Man, Nature Boy. Why she got her breast out in the kitchen? Now I'm pretty sure she hit the video, but I got a clip of it, and I'm like, why she got these breasts out hanging all out in the kitchen? But she got a husband. She taking her teeth out on camera, but she got a husband. He okay with all this stuff? He okay with her in there yelling all day, times of night, just screaming and yelling in that apartment? He would be like, look, I don't know what you on, but I'm gonna need you to come off of it and go sit down and go to sleep somewhere. Come on now. Them people equally yoked. He probably encouraging her to get on there. They do that. We need Cash App. Get up there. Get up there. She was smoking weed for a long time on camera. Yeah, true. True. That's true, Tony. He may have been lost it for being on drugs. I wouldn't doubt it. But the daughter said that he was on it too. And then she came on and said that she was on it. So the daughter had already basically down him out. So divorce papers and give me my ring back. Take that off. You do not represent me. Give me my ring back. Gotta be like, take it off, take it off. But he would have been like, I need my ring back and here go the papers. Yep, you tripping. What is he singing? What he singing? He can't talk a little bit. He's singing. Them two. Exactly. On YouTube, you want to perform for them? Let me show them how I get down. Performing for them, you forget that we got a real life. And do y'all understand? People get fired for doing stuff on YouTube. People get fired for doing stuff on YouTube. My husband followed a car blogger who just did a video saying he got fired because one of his co-workers found his videos and showed the boss, and they told him, like, either cut that out or you fired. And the guy wound up having to quit his job. So and jobs do check social media these days. They really do. You gonna take him?
Yeah.
What you looking for? Baby. 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 Come here. Can I have a hug? Please? You get ready to go bye-bye. You said no hug. Come here, you get ready to go bye-bye. I want a hug. Please? Come here. Huh? You're going outside. Come here. Let me get please. Please.
Give me a hug.
Give me a hug. I gotta take your cards from me. Can I see your cards?
No, good.
Get down your mean, right? Bye-bye. I love you. I love you. Do not go. Tell Papa open the door. Tell Papa open the door. Did he close the door? He said, pick me up. Bad self.
Bye-bye.
I love you. Bad self. Dang. Punch him in the throat. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. You know why let me tell y'all why this little boy is so cute. Y'all ready for this? He is so cute because he is so bad. You ever seen a bad kid and not cute? Don't say no ugly kids because yes, it is. It's ugly kids. But am I buffering? Something just came up and said, something, please wait, reconnecting, or can y'all hear me? Are we back? Was I buffering? Because something came up and gave me a warning. But anyway, he's so cute because he's so bad. Y'all saw how bad he is. Let me tell y'all. Y'all ever seen a bad kid and they be ugly and you be like, I wish you sit your ugly bad ass down. See, bad and ugly don't go together. That's why he cute, because he that damn bad. That's for real. That's no joke. What you making? What you making? Piece of roll. Can you give me some cheese? Just give me 2. But anyway, back to the topic at hand, y'all. It's a trip to see these clicks fall out. That's why, I mean, who I'm subscribed to right now is Lovely T. She's not in this sector. Lovely T, I'm sorry. I am subscribed to you. But I'm also subscribed to Lovely the Great. I'm also subscribed. I was subscribed to 5'8". I was subscribed to Tracy. I'm not subscribed to them anymore. Thanks, Brad. You can't get it open? I do it. Well, my stomach might be tore up.
You want one or two?
Two. Thank you.
I have one.
You can have one. It's in your hand anyway.
I knew you were gonna say no.
Well, you know, like to share my darn cheese. These things not cheap. These things expensive.
You sure the last ones I bought you?
Huh? You ain't buy me a big bag. You bought me a little bag.
I realized when I walked out the damn door.
It was little, and I'm subscribed. I'm subscribed to Ask April and Lady Snoop. That's it. I subscribed to so many. Unsubscribed to so many people. I was like, I was just going down the road, like unsubscribe, 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 unsubscribe. If I go to your channel and you're bashing people in a malicious way, I don't want to be a part of it. Especially if these people never came after you. If these people came after you, then yeah, you got a right to go after them. Like, yeah, say what you're gonna say because they should leave you alone. But if you like, I just went on somebody's channel. They was talking about Lady Snoop and how skinny she is, and she need to eat, and she needs some insurance. I was like, oop, unsubscribe. That lady ain't do nothing to you. That lady ain't even never mention you. Why are you over there talking about her like that? Why are you being so mean? Girl, you need a hug. Why? For what? How does it benefit you? Oh wait, clicks and views. Again. So I don't do mean people. I don't do mean malicious people for no reason. It took me a minute to see that Rita could be okay if she wasn't under the influence. I think she wants to be a better person. She just don't know how to. So and your healing is your responsibility. I can't get over there. I'm not going to sit over there and keep giving you excuses of why you conduct yourself the way you conduct yourself. We're grown. We're grown. You conduct yourself like that because that's the way you want to conduct yourself. So guess what? I'm good with it. Yeah, I love cheese. Cheese is my weakness. I love cheese, olives. I like a bunch of weird stuff. Drop something. But anyway, I deleted my live yesterday talking about Lady Snoop. Got in my feelings a little bit and had to delete it. I don't like to talk in an emotional state of mind because then you just start saying stuff and like, I shouldn't have said it like that. How did that come off? Because you can't think. When you're emotional, you can't think your way through stuff. Or you can't think clearly because you so into your feelings. So I started getting pissed off a little bit when I kept thinking about how the women went on her channel and was acting a darn fool. Acting a fool. Grown women. Old women. Old women, we should know how. I'm an old woman. We should know how to act. We should know how to conduct ourselves. We should be the voice of reason, the voice of wisdom. I heard a bunch of old ass teenagers in that live cussing each other out for what? Wait. And the people that they was arguing for or fighting for, they don't know these people for real. When they like they related to them. And if they were, if let's say you related to somebody and you want to go to their defense, that's the way to do that without making yourself look bad. I was like, wow. I wanted to call in and tell them, oh, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. But I was like, you know what? She got it. And me calling in and tell people they should be ashamed of themselves when they don't care about conducting themselves like that. Who am I? What difference is my voice gonna make? None. They're gonna be up there cussing me out. Well, who the F you think you are? You need to mind your business and shut the F up. I ain't exempt from that behavior that they was displaying on Snoop channel. So why would I put myself in the line of fire? They be up there cussing me out. Who is this beating and calling here telling us somebody who should be ashamed of herself? Tell that beat have several seats. Okay. I will. I'll just listen. Watch y'all make asses of y'allself on YouTube. You can tell people who don't care about their integrity and their character and how they and what image or impression they give people. I always say your first impression is your lasting impression because I don't remember nothing but the last time we met or we interacted or I experienced you. So if you want people's lasting impression of you to be one of you calling in somebody's channel acting a plum fool, if that's okay with you, that's okay with me. I'm not gonna call in and try to tell a grown old woman, how to conduct themselves. They ain't learning right now, they ain't gonna figure it out. They not. Because they good with who they are. So let me let them be good with who they are and be entertained in the process. Because it started turning into a shit show after a minute. I think Lady Snoop left it up. If I was her, I would have. So people could hear how they sound. I'm gonna leave this up. Y'all need to hear how y'all sound. Because in the heat of the moment, they probably didn't realize it. They probably was like, oh, I cussed that bitch out. I let her have it. No, you let yourself have it. You really did. I do not like the taste of this water. Babe, we still have some designing that. He got his headsets on. Anyway, y'all. I just came on because I want to start doing more lives. I really do. So I think I'm going to start doing more lives. Maybe. Hold on, y'all. Ugh. I'm going to the gym tomorrow. My fat butt needs to lose some weight. But yeah, I just want to try to do some more lives. No. My kids wouldn't support me acting like that on YouTube. Forget their parents. What about the kids? These people have grown kids. How would you? How would you? How? Oh my goodness. If my kids came on YouTube and saw me acting like a bully or a living room thug or a keyboard thug, my kids would be like, "What the hell wrong? What is wrong with? What got into you? Like, what is wrong with you?" Like, I can imagine how some of these kids, kids, if they even know they're on YouTube, will look at them. Now, if they don't see nothing wrong with it, then oh wow. Because I'm wondering if you conduct yourself like that, how your children act. How your children act. If you conducting yourself like that, I gotta take this off. I gotta get in the shower. Because you can't tell your kid not to do something because it's not coming, and you go out there and do it. So I know my kid would flip out if they saw me conducting myself like that on YouTube. Like, Mom, what is wrong with you? And that's why you know what? And that's why some of these content creators do some of these lives and take them down because they performing. It's not really who they are. Then when people call them out on it, they get embarrassed or them themselves, they look at it and be like, maybe I shouldn't have did that. You wouldn't have had a lot of I shouldn't have did that moments if you think before you get on turn on the camera. Is it lights, action, camera, act a fool? Cause that's what it seemed like. Whew, I gotta wash this makeup off before I go wash my face. I'm not itch. Ooh, I look like a whole different person. No, oh well. I gotta put that mess on tomorrow. Go to work. Yeah, I got a job. I've been unemployed for a year. All right, God, just do with me as you will. I trust you. I stand on your word. I know what you told me. So I have to stand on your word and have faith that it's gonna be okay. I know I ain't go home. I didn't go hungry, and I didn't go without shelter. All my kids got their own place. Came over here because my son needed help with the baby. Me and Shane getting ready to move. Oh, gotta do something about that. But I think that's all of it. Last night I went to sleep in my makeup. Had to wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and wash my face, knowing I got to be get up at 5 to put it right back on. But yeah, that's why I can't. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. When I was doing commentary about Tracy and Rita, because I think that's the only two I've done commentary about. Oh, and I had that clip of VS. I used to say, Lord, please don't let me get into any conflict with any of these people because I don't want to argue with them. I just want to offer my insight. I'm not going to argue with them. So I used to say, Desiree, don't do it if you don't want to get an argument. Cause if you don't want to get an argument with these people, just don't even do commentary on it because these people are mean and vicious and malicious and they gonna come at you and you're gonna be like, listen, I'm gonna let the old me handle you because I'm not about to be. And see, I'm not gonna attack you for things that you can't control. I'm gonna get you for the things that you can control, and I'm gonna read you. And when I mean read you, I'm gonna read you. I'm not gonna read the fact that situations you can't control. I'm gonna talk about how you choose to conduct yourself. And I thought about it like, why do you want to even? No, don't attract that type of attention. You don't want it. But I do have a right to say what I want to state my opinion on the platform. And I had already made up my mind. If somebody had something to say about something I had to say because of my opinion, based on what they put on their platform, I was going to let them have their say and ignore them and still talk about it. I won't go back and forth because I'm not looking for drama. I was just looking to talk about the nonsense I've seen. So yeah, every time I put out a video, I'm like, Lord, I just want to give off the insight. I don't want to start no argument, but this is what I seen, and this is ridiculous, and I don't understand why these people conducting themselves like that. Like that whole thing when Rita went in that kitchen with her butt out, I was like, she a mama, she a wife. What the heck? What's going on? But no, I didn't want to get in an argument with nobody. According to you, you ain't never lied. But let me tell you something about that fair exchange. See, I don't have any open wounds that haven't healed all the way. So nobody can use my journey, my challenges, or my childhood trauma against me because I'm a survivor of those things. I'm not a victim. So if somebody was to ever pull up a video and be like, oh, she said she was abused, or she said this, or she said that, I'd be like, yes, I did, and I'm okay with it. You cannot hurt a person that's healed. You can't. You can't wound me with the things that made me strong. I'm okay. You can't weaponize my journey against me. I can't. I'm not going to give you that power. And that's the problem. And see, this is how this beef sector is surviving. It's a bunch of wounded people wounding people. See, these people are not healed. So that's why it's so easy to trigger. That's why it's so easy for them to trigger each other. So I don't know what's going on, but if you need to swipe that person out, you got the wrench. Click on them and swipe them out. I don't know what's going on. That message was retracted. But anyway, if I just you, I just think it's so easy for these people to be triggered because they are still wounded. So when I decided to go ahead and continue to talk about it, I was like, well, what they gonna attack me with? Wait, I'm homeless. They're gonna attack me with the fact that I don't have a place to live. Wait, my kids got their own place, so I have a place to stay. Oh wait, they're gonna attack me because I don't have no job. Well, I gave up my job and I kind of documented that journey. So that was so I wouldn't give up a lot of my dignity, my humility, my self-worth, and my self-esteem. I refuse to sell that for a paycheck. So how they gonna attack me? Let's think about this. I don't have a job. Well, I'm looking. I can go out and get a job at McDonald's, but I know I can do better than that. So I mean, and to those who have to work at McDonald's or who have worked at McDonald's, I don't find nothing wrong with it because you are where you need to be. You may not be where you want to be, but you're where you need to be. And honestly, I've gone and applied at J.C. Penney's and nobody would accept me. I've tried to downplay my resume. People was like, no, 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 no. My resume says leadership for more than 20 years. So when I tried to downplay my resume and get on the phones, people were like, no, because you just using us as a placeholder. You're gonna find a job. Heck, I remember I went into Hardee's. They have a hiring thing every Wednesday. I went in there, sat down, and gave my resume. That man said, wait, this a part-time job? I was like, well, I really don't have anything right now. He was like, no. So I was like, well, let me stop playing myself down and go ahead back and look and where I'm supposed to be doing. Because if God says sit down, I'm gonna sit down. If God says stay still, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay still. So you can't attack me with anything that I've gone through because I'm not embarrassed, ashamed of my journey. I embrace it, and that's what it is. So the people in the beef sector, they are triggered because there are wounds that people are picking at, and they're causing them to bleed, and so they got to react. Because you don't get to say this about me and not respond. See, that's what's going on. You don't get to talk about me and I don't respond to you. Oh well, see, in my case, say what you want because I don't care. Because I'm secure in who I am in my journey and where I stand. I'm gonna be all right. Your words do not define me and will not affect me. But everybody don't feel like that. So I get the beef sector. I see how the beef sector was created. It was created by a bunch of wounded people finding wounds on other people so they can wound them, and then in turn those people try to hurt them people back, and then in turn think about it. Look who y'all got over here, Tracy. Y'all can't tell something going on with Tracy. Like Tracy, something going on with Tracy. Like Tracy has a lot of issues, a lot of issues. Tracy sit on there and be like, "Yep, we docs. Everybody docs." Tracy finds power in her platform. She finds self-worth in her platform. And that's a shame. Look at Rita. Bunch of wounded people. I can even say, look at Fi. I can even say, look at her. She comes across the most confident one. There's some issues that she's really skillful at masking. But if she was as confident as the woman that she says she is, there is no way in the world she'd be going back and forth like this with these people, telling people to suck pieces of whatever on her daughter. Come on now. Come on. I've always said that I can tell if a person is confident or not by the way they move, react, and respond. I was a broken person. I know how we move. I know how broken people move. And they feel the need to justify every single movement. Every single movement. I can't do her either. Because I can't do her because of a lot of the shenanigans and because of her age. And let me clear something up when I say because of her age. I'll be 53. She is 50. What in the world are you doing? Allowing your platform to dictate, mandate your movements, giving your platform so much power that it defines you as a person and a woman. I can't do you. You too easily influenced. Too easily influenced. And the fact that you're being influenced in a form or fashion that's adversely affecting people, she's being mean and malicious because she finds power in it. Tracy finds power in taking power from others or wounding others. How, like, how is that satisfying or gratifying? I don't understand. And then when people do it to her, she has a problem. She has a problem. Well, let me just say this. When I see a lot of people doing things to other people and then those things are done back to them, they have a problem with it. Why? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You can't do stuff to me and then don't like it when I do it back to you. But in the beef sector, or whatever y'all call it, roast and gag sector, beef sector, I didn't heard it called so many things. Beef sector, Section 8, roast and gag, whatever. The mean malicious sector. When I see people doing stuff to each other, I just like, these people in a lot of pain. And they find relief from that pain by inflicting pain on others. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Attacking people for their skin color. I can't help what color I am. That was my mama and my daddy doing. I ain't have no say so in it. Ask April can't help who her mama and daddy decide to hook up with. So when they hooked up, they created Ask April. So she don't have no say so in what she looked like. That's her mama and her daddy. So when people started attacking her and pulling up her background, and I was like, oh wow. Like for real? This what we do? Pulling up the girl background. How is that how's that relevant? How is pulling up somebody's background? Oh, I get it. You can embarrass them. You can hurt them. You can maim them. You can wound them some more. I get it. It says a lot about you. See, that's what I look at the person that's doing it, not the person that's being done to. That's how I look at things. Like, okay. And I've said this too. When I see how people are willing to move, I know I'm not exempt from that movement. So because you got to ask yourself not who you supporting, but what are you supporting? Because you really don't know who, but they show you what. I was gonna say, babe, I can smell those. Damn. You forgot them? They still not there. Cool off. Y'all see my big teddy bear? Yeah, I I can't do somebody my age that's supposed to bring wisdom or insight, and they're part of the nonsense. Nicole Tyler too. That is it on this camera. Hold on, let me show y'all something. I think Nicole still have it up on her channel. I captured Nicole because I was going to talk about it, and I was like, did I talk about it? Nope, I don't think so. Dang, I still got stuff up here from Mona. But, oh, I took something from Mona before she disappeared. Then a bully or somebody. Now she back as a psychic. Psychic Mona. I'm like, if she was a psychic, she would have known stuff was gonna go wrong. Anyway, Nicole Tyler sat in that subway and just berated that boy at work. I was like, girl, what are you doing? You almost 50, at least that's what she's saying. Like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? Like, for real? So, what are y'all supporting? Not who, but what? Because y'all don't know Nicole. What are y'all supporting? Y'all support her going in Subway and acting a fool with that little boy on his job because she wanted her sandwich press? Hell, Milky Duck Kid. Hello, how you doing? I haven't seen you before, man. Hey, Milk Bar Kid. I'm sorry. You know when you get old, your eyes are the first thing to go. I'm telling you right now. I need bifocals, but I rebuke them. I refuse to have bifocals. I need them though. I don't know why I'm refusing. But yeah, when she said it, I was like, "Girl, you doing too much. You sitting in there acting a fool with this little boy, and all he doing is working." I can't support behavior like that. I won't support behavior like that. It's not right. It's not right. I don't support mean people just for the sake of being mean, just for the sake of they can be mean. I don't support that. I can't and I won't. This sector need to get it together. You know what's so sad? It's a lot of people over here with a lot of influence that could do good with it. But instead, they'd rather be on the dark side. It's so many things that these people could do. Help people with housing. 'Cause I know there was somebody in the sector that was homeless. I know somebody. I'm good at data diving. Like you tell me to do something, I'll figure out how to get it done. I just wrote a business proposal. I figured it out in a week and wrote that bad boy. I know how to bid on government bids. I know where to go look for them. I know how to write grants. But see, y'all, people not interested in stuff like that. They interested in cutting each other down. I know how to clean credit. I have form letters and everything for that. I know how to do stuff like that. When people ain't interested in that, they want to figure out how to cut the next person down to the lowest. Figure out how to get in the mud and rumble. That's what they want to do, which is ridiculous. It's so many things that we can help each other do. And listen, I know how to register a 5013C. I know how to get one. I know how to get your EIN number. I know how to do that. I know how to register your business. I even know how to register a business in states so that nobody else can copy your name. Oh, wait. I know how to do a lot of stuff. Because my biggest thing was I didn't want to work for nobody else. So we researched a bunch of stuff. Me and Shane had a contract with FedEx at one point in time in Charlotte. So I know how to do a lot of stuff, but people aren't interested in that stuff. They just want to know how to cut the next person the lowest they can go. That's what they want to know about. There's a website right now you can see the government considers anything under $1 million a small bid. If they have stuff out there for $500,000, don't cost you no money to jump in. It's got to get licensed and bonded. I know how to get bonded. But people don't want to know stuff like that. They want to know what your background look like, where you live at. Ridiculous stuff that ain't benefiting them one way or the other. That's what they want to know. Man, this stuff's still cooking. He got his Beats by Dre on. He can't hear nothing. Hey, I took him out the oven. I know. That's why I took them out because they started popping open. You're welcome. We know how to do we was gonna get into real estate one time. We was gonna do tax liens, tax lien certificates. Tax lien certificates is where if somebody owe personal taxes on their property and they haven't paid it, you go in and you pay off the taxes. But you got to find out where they hold them at. Some states hold them at the city hall. Some states hold them at attorney's office. But you go in and you pay the taxes on the property, and if they don't pay it in a couple of years, then you own the property. And a lot of times, if they still hold a mortgage on that property, the bank then starts negotiating with you on how to get their mess back. Tax lien certificates, look it up. Know how to do a lot of stuff. And there's so many people that could benefit from this stuff, but everybody's so consumed with trying to cut the next person time. It's sad, y'all. It's really sad situation. Anyway, what time is it? There's a kid outside. Let me go my phone right here. Oh, it's 8:53. Yep. But anyway, I've been on here for a little while. I just wanted to come back and talk about the video I deleted because of the poor quality. I got to give me another phone. I'm going to go ahead and sign off because guess what? I got a job, y'all. See how happy I sound about that? Yeah, I got a job. Take all day. Take 8 hours. Take a long time. Take a long time for me to get to lunch. Like recess, my best part of the day when I get to go to lunch. I got to drive an hour to work. Don't really take an hour to get to work, but the traffic. Then I got to take an hour. Listen, I'm complaining about something I asked God for. I ought to be ashamed of myself. I ought to be ashamed of myself. I asked God for a job, and He gave me one. And look what I'm doing. I'm complaining about it. But I know I'm only there temporary because I know God got plans for me. But I told Him to put me somewhere until His plans came through. The plans He had for me. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all sisters and brothers in this sector, y'all need to get it together. We got enough stuff dealing with in real life to come on YouTube and fight with each other for real. That's what we doing? Trying to figure out the next person's weakness so we can attack it? Using people's journey as a weapon? I think that's just shameful. It's shameful. It's terrible. And I wish I would have knew about James Caldwell's makeup challenge. That would have been fun for me to do. So that's stuff I'm looking for. Stuff like that. Let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to fun. Let's get back to supporting each other. Let me learn something from you, not take something from you. Let me give something from you, not violate you. I don't want to violate your feelings by being mean and malicious to you. Let me uplift you, not pull you down. I guess people don't know about that in the roast and gag sector because it's all about clicks, views, cash apps, and super chats. So, in the name of a click and a view, a cash app, and super chat, I'd hurt my I hurt my brother and sister. Wow, really impressive. I'm impressed. I thank my angels and I thank God that I never got into a situation or a scenario where I was beefing with one of my brothers and sisters in that sector. Not even Rita, not Tracy, not nobody. People need help. That's what I see. They need help. And I thank God I didn't get a chance or an opportunity to argue with them because I wouldn't have took it. I wouldn't have taken it. I wouldn't have took it. I wouldn't have taken it. I didn't just let them do what they was gonna do. Because I'm okay with who I am and where I'm at. I'm not where I wanna be, but I'm where I need to be right now. And I'm okay with that because God got me. And I don't need to prove myself to nobody. I tell everybody all the time, I don't have a place of my own. I'm staying with my son. I stay with my daughter. And I'm okay with that. My children are good people. I hear people bragging on stuff that they shouldn't brag on. Like, it's a given. People get on, I pay my bills. I pay, you supposed to. How you get away with not? I quit my job, he got laid off. We both became unemployed. I was like, oh, somebody got universes got a joke. Things kept coming up like things was gonna turn around for us, and then they be like, shut it down. I was like, okay, God, whatever's in your will, let it be done. I know one thing, God didn't bring us from the East Coast to the West Coast to make us suffer. Because he could have kept us over on the East Coast and gave us jobs, but he brought us over here for a bigger purpose. A purpose that we can't see. But before we know, he sees it already. So I'm all right with where I'm at. And again, I'm glad I didn't have to fight with any of my brothers and sisters over here. Because I wouldn't have wanted to do it. And actually, I wouldn't have done it. Because that's not what I stand for. I want peace and harmony. Of course, it's not going to always happen. I can't control people, but I can control myself. And I have enough control of myself not to go after a sister or brother of mine. It's just sad. And we just feel the need to tear each other down for no reason. It's sad. And if you feel the need to tear somebody down, maybe stand in the mirror and figure out why. How does it make you feel when you feel like you gut punch somebody? I know how it used to make me feel. I used to get like self gratification for maybe a minute or two. I used to be happy that I would be able to gut somebody and make them and piss them off to the point where they couldn't even think. Then I had to think about why did I get such satisfaction? Did I say satisfaction? Yeah, I did. Satisfaction. Wow, it's getting late. Satisfaction on cutting the next person down. Why did it make me? Why did it give me so much pleasure? And then I figured it out. I was holding a lot of stuff. And my release was to cut the next person down. My saying, and I've said this before, used to be, you can't make me madder than I'm gonna make you. And I'm a Gemini. So I'm coming at you twofold. I didn't did some stuff. I'm like, oh girl, you better be glad you didn't go to jail for that. Cause that could have landed you in jail. And I was sneaky with it. Cause back in the day, I just looked so innocent, like I wouldn't bother a fly. But little did they know, behind that innocent face, man, was a bunch of anger, hurt, pain, frustration that was ready to be unleashed if you gave me an opportunity. If you became my target, you was my target until I was satisfied. You was my target until I was satisfied. So I know how I used to feel when I felt the need to cut the next person down. Not very good about myself. So what in the world is going on in this sector there? Everybody need to cut each other down, pull people backgrounds up, display people addresses, talk about people's skin color, talk about people weight, talk about people infertility. Like what is going on? It's sad. It's sad. And I'm not about cutting the next person down so I can feel better. I'd rather sit in the bathroom, look in the mirror, and give myself affirmations that I'm a good person. Now, even if I'm not, if I keep saying it, at some point I'm gonna believe it, and then at some point I'm gonna start actually living that life. My life wasn't easy, but it was tailored for me. So I refuse to put the next person through what I went through. A bunch of pain. No fun. Took me a long time to get through that dark part, that dark space in my life. My stepfather passed. Uh, when did Jimmy pass? 2 years ago. He can't hear. He got that darn headphones on. They Beats by Dre. Things huge. He cannot hear. I don't know. But I think my stepfather died 2 years ago, and I think 3 years before he died, I asked God to give me the strength to forgive him. I ain't talk to him because when you forgive somebody, you don't have to be bothered with them no more. You can, move them, especially if they the same person. Because when you forgive somebody, you might need to move them on out the way so you won't have to keep forgiving them. Because some people ain't gonna change; they just gonna be who they are, and they gonna keep doing what they do, and then you're gonna have to keep forgiving them. Now, God didn't tell me to be stupid. When I asked him for strength to forgive him, and I forgave him, and God gave me not only the gift of forgiveness, but the gift of goodbye. Like I was strong enough to walk away and say I don't need to talk to him no more. Now him and my mom still live together, but whenever I would talk to my mom, if I heard him in the background, I immediately hang up the phone. Not because he triggered me, because I just didn't feel the need to have him in my life. I didn't think he should have any rights to know what I was doing. If my mom told him, she told him, but I won't want to tell him. And that's how you forgive somebody and move on. Don't let people keep hurting you. And I don't riddle me this in this sector. Why do people keep letting people hurt them when they can hit the X and move on? Like you could talk about me all you want, but I don't have to go to your channel and listen. You could talk about me all you want. If somebody bring that bone to me, I'm gonna tell them, hey, don't come over here with that. See, if you do that enough, people will stop bringing you bones. They'll keep them over there. Then you ain't got to worry about hearing about the hurtful things people saying about you, because ain't nobody gonna bring it to you, and you ain't gonna go look for it. I forgave a man who abused me when I was done with it. And when I knew and this how you know you forgive somebody. Real life true story. I'll tell you a true story. So we moved to North Carolina in 1997. Me and Shane met in 96. We moved to North Carolina. We moved to Winston-Salem in 97. So one time we went back to Richmond. My mom and them still live in Richmond. I grew up in Southside on Menifee Street off of Jefferson Davis. So one time we went back. They don't live there anymore. So anyway, one time we went back to visit. Y'all wait till y'all hear this story. I can't believe I've been on this long. But y'all wait till I hear this story. Y'all wait till y'all hear this story. So, oh my gosh. Mm-mm-mm. So we went back to visit. And it was me, my brother, who had moved to Winston we only stayed in Winston for a year. Anyway, I digress. So we went back to Richmond to visit. We went back on a Friday. And my brother and Shane went off somewhere. And so it was just me, my brother's girlfriend, and the kids at the house with my mom and my two brothers who still lived there, my two youngest brothers. The brother under me had moved to Winston-Salem with me. So anyway, we went back to Richmond visiting. Shane and my brother right under me went off visiting just because they hadn't been in Richmond for like 6 months. So my stepfather was at the house. My little brother came home. I have a brother that's 4 years older than my oldest son. So at the time, I think he was 17. Yeah, I think he was like 17 at the time. Anyway, so my little brother came back to the house and my stepfather was there. So my stepfather came out the house and was like, "Where have you been?" Now my brother got out the car with his uncle. And my stepfather was like, came out the house and he was on the porch and he was like, "Where have you been?" And my brother was like, "Well, I was with Aunt." And he was like, "Didn't I tell you to come home last night?" And he smacked him. And I'm sitting on the porch, and at this point, I'm doing like this because I remember the abuse. So my brother didn't, at this point, boys at 17 are turning into men. And so my brother didn't flinch, he didn't cry. He just looked at him like with this real intense look. And because I guess he looked at my stepfather with this intense look, my stepfather kind of slapped him, backhand slapped him again, and my brother just turned, was like he was getting fired up. So my stepfather went to slap him again, but by the time he went to slap him the third time, I had jumped up and stood between them. I said, "You know what? The hell with this. We went through this shit all our lives when we was younger. I'm not standing for this. You're not about to do this to my brother." And I never forget. Now I used to couldn't tell a story without crying. But I'll never forget my stepfather was like, "Shut up, shut up." I was like, "You're not gonna tell me to shut up, and I'm not gonna let you stand here and beat up on my brother." I'm gonna tell you how this man used to abuse us when we was little. Let me get through the story. So he was like, "Shut up, shut up." I was like, "No, I'm not gonna shut up, and you're not gonna do this. You need to back down. You go away. You already hit him twice. That's not proving nothing." He was like, "Oh, I know how to make you shut up." So this man goes in the house, y'all. First of all, let me just put this out there. He was a convicted felon. I'm gonna get to that too. My stepfather was a convicted felon. That happened when I was 10. The felony he got when I was 10. I'll tell y'all about that. But anyway, so he goes in the house. This convicted felon goes in a lockbox and gets a gun and try to load it. This man was gonna shoot me because I wouldn't shut up and let him beat my brother up. So he in there loading the gun, and my the knee baby, he goes in the house and they start tussling over this gun. Mind you, Shane and my other brother is gone. So they in the house tussling over this gun. My youngest brother is on the porch with me. I get him off the porch, take him in the middle of the street. So at this point, him and my stepdad and my brother in the house fighting over the gun. My brother comes out the back with the gun and his hand is bleeding, like blood is pouring off his hand. And he was like, "I'm not gonna let you shoot my sister." I was like, "You know what?" I looked at my younger brother. I said, "Take care of my kids." I said, "Take care of my kids." And I told my brother that had the gun, I said, "Give me the gun. I'm gonna sacrifice myself." And when I meant sacrifice myself, I was gonna murder him. That's how bad it was. I was like, "Give me the gun. I'm gonna kill him. I just need y'all to make sure y'all take care of my kids. I'm gonna go to jail. I'll take the fall for it. We just need him gone." My brother wouldn't give me the gun. The neighbors by this time was all out. They got my kid. My kids, they still remember this. They got my kids. Hey, they got my K0. They got my kids, took my kids across the street, made them sit on the porch. So my baby's now looking at all this chaos going on. So my stepfather's yelling on the porch. My brother got the gun. I'm trying to get the gun from my brother so I could shoot my stepdad so he can't bother nobody else. Like I'm going through all this stuff thinking like if I just kill him, my family will be okay. God, let me tell you something. God is in control of all. I didn't get the gun from him. My neighbors called the police because they heard me kept saying, "I'm gonna shoot him, I'm gonna shoot him, just give me the gun." So the neighbors called the police. Shane and my brother, they come back in the midst of all this chaos. And they like, so Shane was like, "What's going on?" We tell him what's going on. The kids across the street, all 40 kids across the street sitting on the porch. At this point, like all of them crying. My brother pissed off. My younger brother yelling at his dad because the two younger brothers, that's their father. They yelling at him, and it's just all hell broke loose. So the police come, and I tell the police, I say he a convicted felon. Now in Virginia, if you're a convicted felon, well, I know in the United States, if you're a convicted felon, you're not supposed to have a gun, any kind of weapon. So I tell the police, I said, well, he a convicted felon. I take the police in the house. He had a 22, a shot off 22 gun or whatever. How I'm not familiar. He had the gun and he had the shotgun. So they took him downtown. So now at this point, he downtown calling everybody talking about lie for him. So after that happened, every year I would make it a point to make sure I pissed him off. He stayed in jail 6 months. No, I'm lying. I think he was sentenced to 6 months. He only did 3 months because he had those guns. Now let me tell you how he became a convicted felon. When I was 10, remember I said he became a convicted felon when I was 10? My stepfather lived a double life. I shouldn't say a double life. My mom knew he was out the street. So at 10 years old, my stepfather shot his girlfriend in the face. He said it was an accident, but I'll never forget when he shot her in the face. Some things you just in your life you just don't forget. It's like you can replay the whole thing. I'll never forget when he shot her in the face. He called my mom and told my mom that he shot his girlfriend in the face and told my mom that he was going to turn himself in and to meet him at the jail. And my mom went. She went. He shot his girlfriend in the face, blinded her in one eye. She never pressed charges. She didn't press charges, state pressed charges. So when I was 10, he stayed in jail for 9 months. Malicious wounding. But he didn't kill a woman and she wouldn't press charges and she went to court. It was an accident. He was mad with her because, well, we found out later he was mad with her because she was supposed to be going out. Mind you, you got a whole wife at home, but you're mad with your girlfriend because she going to hang out. So you threaten her with a gun. But y'all know what's so crazy? I didn't see this man put a gun in my mom's mouth. So this the life I lived. So yeah, I believe he pulled that gun on that woman and told her you better not go, and the gun went off. So, but I wound up forgiving him. And I had to forgive my mom too, because I was like, what in the world was you thinking turning this monster on us? And when he died, I asked my mother, I said, why didn't he like me? Because my mom was with him. I think she met him when I was a baby. For what? It's girl, that story was tailored for me. I mean, my life would I've chosen different if I could, yeah, but that was the life that I was in, and I always I always knew I had angels around me. Knew that he was trying to break me for a reason. I didn't know what he was trying to break me for, but I knew he was trying to break me for a reason. I knew things wasn't right. I just didn't know what wasn't right because my norm was so crazy. So I don't feel sorry for myself. I can't. Because then if I feel sorry for myself, then I'll start conducting myself crazy. Yeah. So, but I asked my mom why he didn't like me because my mom met him when we was living in New York. He actually moved us from New York to Virginia because we didn't have people in um peace out, baby. We didn't have family in Virginia. We had family in New York. We was living in New York. He moved us to Virginia. That's what abusers do. They gotta isolate you so they can't abuse you, make you solely dependent on them. But when I asked her why he didn't like me, she told me, she said, because he couldn't break you. My stepfather told me I'm gonna never amount to nothing. I was gonna live in the projects. I refuse to make your prophecy of my life, my truth, whatever. So yeah, my stepfather wasn't a good person. He tried to become a better person towards the end of his life as he got older. But by then, I had forgiven him and I wasn't talking to him. He found God. People killed me finding God at the end. I done did all this dirt, spilled all this toxin. Now I need God because I don't want to go to hell. That stuff. Oh my God. My stepfather's funeral was y'all talking about a circus act? It was a circus act. First of all, he had two outside children. One of the outside kids, bye baby, bye zero. One of the outside kids, mom had passed, so she just had her dad. So he had two outside kids, and one of the kids we found out about like boy right before he died, like 2 years before he died, which was crazy. We was like, "Where's this boy come from?" He looked like my brothers. But so funeral. They had a funeral in the girlfriend's church that he shot, that he was still dating. She in the back of the church. The daughter that he had while he was married to my mom, her mom was the side chick. She wrote the obituary